Ding, ding, ding. Hey, everybody, Cal Banyan here. And I don't have my bell, so I'm going ding, 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 but I usually have my bell. You guys know that if you've been watching for very long, but there's always something new happening. And today I got something new, two new things. I've got Kimberly Lorenz, I think, who is really a gift to the profession, and some hot topics. That sounds like something you'd put in the toaster, doesn't it? Anyway, why you need to charge more and get better results with your clients, and hopefully we'll have time for it. Why hypnosis can be effective for clients even if counseling has failed. Let me tell you more about Kimberly. I'm very impressed with Kimberly. She has only certified like a year and a half ago, and she has just taken this bull named hypnosis by both horns and just ran with it. And so let me just read a little short list here. She went from being a stay-at-home mom to a fully certified 5-path hypnotist and 7-path teacher. Back in July 2019, she became certified in advanced 5-path, which is something very few people ever achieve. And then she went on to not only be a 7-path certified teacher, she is also a 7-path certified teacher of the ultimate 9th degree. Another thing, she just is like going for that 1% constantly. You hear me talk about 1%ers in class. And she wrapped that up by becoming a professional hypnosis instructor, a CPHI, Certified Professional Hypnosis Instructor, which means the courses that I developed and teach, she can teach them too. And I have absolute confidence in her to do that because I have an idea of the depth and breadth and exactitude of her knowledge. All right, let's see. And you can connect to her for sessions or learn about her training courses at Lorenz, that's Z like zebra, hypnosis.com. How you doing, Kimberly?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
God, no place I'd rather be.
Me neither. Okay. I'm really excited to get to these topics. So I'm going to introduce you. Everybody, this is Cal Banyan, my teacher, my mentor, amazing man, author of 5-path and 7-path, been in the industry for almost 25 years, like 1 month to go. He is a living authority on the hypnosis that works. This man knows what he's talking about. Cal Banyan, everybody.
Awesome. Thank you. Oh, blush, blush. All right. So, and you know, one of the best things about what I do, I've been doing it for about 25 years next month, and is all the wonderful people that I get to meet. Yeah, clients, yeah, students, but the people who really get into the profession and really embrace it at the level of 5-path and 7-path and the secret language of feelings and gold in for gold out and all that kind of stuff. I'm so proud of you. Let's go, get it on. What's our topic?
Okay, so today we're going to be, or right now, a little later, something different. Why you need to charge more to get better results for your clients. There's actually, I think, some things going on when we charge more. So we're going to talk about that. And let me just say quickly too, as we go into that, the reason I do 5-path and 7-path for my clients is because I think it absolutely works. It transformed my life. And so it's so much better than all the different little tiny tricks, things that other hypnotists do. It's just hypnosis that absolutely works and gets resolution and problem solved for all of your clients. It worked for me. So this is the very first point on why you should charge more, because you have a system as a 5-pather that works. It's going to really help people change their lives, transform from the inside out in a reliable way.
You're absolutely right. Charge more because you're worth more. You take these people, they've been suffering for years and decades, and then in a relatively brief period of time, I don't know, it might be 5 sessions, it might be 10 sessions. The longest I've ever seen someone was like 30 sessions, but that was over multiple issues. And so you can just change their lives and teach them how to continue to grow on their own. Awesome. So you should charge more. Tell them all about it.
You're absolutely right. So let's talk about that, how they can keep becoming independent. It's a little bit later in my list, but it's brought up now. See, 5 path coupled with 7th path is something that enables your clients to then start taking care of themselves. They're no longer dependent on other people to help them. What they can do is they can start helping themselves. You've helped them move all those big blocks out of the way when you did those hypnotic sessions with them. And now with 7th path, they can keep the work going. In my life, that's what I think made the biggest difference is I got my 5 path and then I kept going with my 7th path, and it keeps clearing and keeps helping me grow and keeps peeling away all the stuff that doesn't need to be there. So it moved me from dependence into independence. And so that's another reason why you should charge more, because you're not just helping them now, you're helping them for the whole rest of their life as long as they want it.
Perfect. So, I mean, the people, they get hung up on this. Well, in my old job, I only made $15 an hour. Well, that's different. You were a cog in the wheel, and someone else was doing all the marketing and somebody else was doing all the management. When you're a professional, you've got to, you're not going to see clients 40 hours a week. And so you've got to charge more for many reasons, of which some of the most important ones Kimberly's going to tell you about. Proceed.
Okay, so we've talked about how you have a systematic approach that's very reliable, the 1-2 punch of 5 path and 7th path, how those clients now are no longer going to be dependent on you. Now, let's start talking about why charging more helps the whole industry, the whole profession, and helps other 5-pathers. See, raising your prices raises the authority and the esteem that hypnosis has in the eyes of the public. And that's really important, because I think hypnosis kind of has a bad reputation, and I don't want it to have a bad reputation anymore. When I look online for images of hypnosis, this is what I see. And I don't like that, because that doesn't represent what I think hypnosis can actually do for people. It's not magical, it's not mystical, and it just gives the wrong image, right? It's reliable, it's got scientific backing, like it is a valid approach to self-healing. And so by raising your prices, you're raising the esteem of the whole profession.
I really like that. And I remember when I first started out, I was $65 an hour, an hour per session. And one of the guys that called up objected. Well, I had this done just a few years ago and it was $20. How do you get off paying $65? Well, I hope he got his $20 worth out of that hypnosis session. But gosh, someone like you, someone who is really good at what you do, there's no reason why you shouldn't be making the same kind of money as any other professional who's making a change and having an effect on people's lives to the magnitude that we can. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. I totally agree. I think
Not
we should.
hourly mentality. It is what we do worth.
Absolutely agree, 100%. I think it is worth it because we are transforming people's lives. This leads me to my next point, which is charging more increases the credibility and the opt-in that your client has into the process. They have more on the line. They put more down, right? They're more opted in, which makes them try harder, which is always going to get them better results. Because remember, we talked about in the last video, hypnosis isn't magical. It's not a magic pill. I can't change somebody against their will. If they put good money down on what's happening in this process, they're going to really try harder. They're going to take responsibility for their own results, and they'll always get better results because of it.
Exactly. I say all the time, people only value what they put time, money, or effort into. And I remember this one hypnotist, he says, oh yeah, you should charge afterwards. That was in Minnesota, so he talked like that. Oh yeah, you should do afterwards, you should pay. And I said, no. People who get paid afterwards are the people who work for tips. We don't work for tips. You charge ahead of time. maybe even have them pay for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sessions in advance, because then you've got buy-in. And when they come into that session, they're invested at a really deep level, and they really, really, really want to get the most out of each and every session. Is that what you're experiencing?
Absolutely, 100%. Every time I raise my prices, I get better results because people are more opted in. Now, the next point I want to cover is when you charge more, you're more opted in. As a hypnotist and a professional, there's more pressure on you now. And so what happens is you don't just sit and rest on your laurels, you actually study and try harder, and you're more motivated to make sure that you're worth what you're charging. And so automatically what happens is you start doing better work because you have invested your reputation by charging more.
So you'll see me look away. So she can see me on camera. I'll look away because I'm writing notes because I don't want to interrupt as much as I would otherwise. So one of the things is when you do that, you are also modeling for other hypnotists what can be done. And if they say, "Oh, I couldn't ever imagine, charging $100, $200, $300, $400 per session," and I says, "Well, tell me what kind of work you do." And maybe they may be overcharging at $100 a session, and they need to step up so that they have the training and the expertise so that they can feel confident at making a professional income. Someone who calls himself a full-time hypnotist should be making in the range. And I'm talking about you don't live in some small little village in some poor part of the country, but average USA, at least $75,000 to $100,000 a year if you're seeing clients 4 days a week. I mean, you just should. And we've got graduates who I can point to who are doing over $100,000 a year out of their home. That's no overhead. That's money in the pocket. And I know of at least one graduate of mine who has made 3, 4, 5, expecting to do $700,000 a year with simply what I taught: 5 path, 7 path, the secret language of feelings, gold in for gold out, and then becoming a trainer. So that's just like it's like a value ladder as you go up. Awesome. All right, keep going. Charge
All
more.
right. All right. My last point on this topic is that by charging more, what it enables you to do is actually, I think, help more people because you're going to get your message out. You won't have to see quite as many clients maybe every week, but you'll able to help the people that you definitely can help. So it'll help draw in the right clients and it'll enable you to get better results. So all in all, it's just you'll have more freedom to do the things that you need and want to do in your profession and your career so that you can. So charging more is just good all around. It's going to lead to better results for everyone, including you and your clients. Charge more, everybody. You're worth it.
Awesome. So 2 quick things. So also, when you do a great job, you get referrals, right?
That's
And
right.
then people refer their mother, father, sister, brother, cousin, family, lover, whoever it is, right? Then they ask them, "Well, how much is it?" They call you expecting that rate and expecting those kinds of results. So it is like win, 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 win. You've heard of win, win, right? This is win, 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 echoing down through the generations. Awesome. And then let's segue to the other half. We were going to talk about why hypnosis can be effective for clients, even if counseling has failed.
Yes,
Hmm.
absolutely.
Another
So,
reason why we're worth it.
mhm. Well, absolutely. I'm a perfect example of a person that kind of tried everything and found hypnosis when everything else literally had not brought any answers to me. So I totally understand this. I had been to counseling too and other different kinds of emotional things, and it never had worked. So, first off, like we said before, hypnosis isn't the perfect answer for everybody, but it can be the right answer for people, even if they've tried counseling and therapy and it didn't work. So, first off, I lost track of my outline.
I hate
Okay.
that when my mouth gets ahead of my brain,
Yes.
you know, especially live. Well, we're not really live, but we don't edit these. We just do them and then put them out there. And, if we do a little flub up once in a while, that just shows that you don't have to be perfect to be a really great hypnotist. Please continue.
All right. Thank you. First of all, thank you, because you're right. I totally messed up, and it's okay to mess up because I'm not perfect. Okay. Why I think one of the reasons that for some people hypnosis will work, but counseling and therapy didn't, is it tends to focus a lot on the negative. And in hypnosis, we say what you focus on grows. And so what happens is through long sessions, weekly after week after week, maybe month after month or year after year, is you just are focusing so much on the negative. All you're doing is you're reinforcing that and causing the unhappiness, the frustration, all those negative feelings to just grow and grow and grow within you. And so you're, of course, never going to feel better because you're constantly bringing it up and never finding a resolution to it. You just end up feeling worse.
There's like it's almost like a constant reinforcement with the crazy idea, there's something wrong with me. And and as you keep thinking there's something wrong with me, you start to live the life as if there was something wrong with you. Good. So that's now, first of all, I want to say lots and lots of people have been helped by counseling, social workers, psychologists, but we work with the people that have failed at all that. I'm going to say something a little off color here. I say in class, it's as if we were working with the creme de la crap, the ones that everybody else has failed with. The fact that we get any results at all, considering the population we tend to work with, the most frustrated, it's almost miraculous. All right, please continue.
Okay. Conversely, though, hypnosis is very quick, especially this 5-path system that we use. In a matter of just 1 or 2 or a few more sessions, people are going to find resolution and neutralizing of those negative feelings very, very quickly, because we only have to talk about it basically just one time, and we change the belief, we change the feelings surrounding whatever's going on, and suddenly people have resolution in just the first session, and they feel better when they leave, and they don't have to think about it anymore. In fact, now when they think about it, they feel fine. And we're also teaching other things along the way to help them focus on the positive, but we don't focus overly long on the negative in hypnosis, and we can change so quickly that the problem of focusing on the negative doesn't really exist in the hypnotic process.
You're so right. I remember when I was working as a psychologist, and the first 2, 3, sometimes more sessions is just built on deciding what you're going to do with that client, diagnosis and treatment plan and stuff like that. And time after time after time, from the very first session, my clients start feeling better. And as a psychologist, 4, 5, 6 sessions, now I know what I'm going to do. Right now, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 or 8 on average, in that range, I'm done. And I don't keep working with the same client forever. It is exciting and satisfying as a person to see this change happen. And, I don't have to keep that person for 57 sessions, right? Because they're going to refer their mother, father, sister, brother, cousin, lover to us. And then that keeps it exciting and interesting and satisfying for me as well.
Absolutely. Love it. I find that most people get resolution, what they came to me for, in 4 to 6 sessions. It's very, very quickly, in a matter of a month or so, they are on their way to living their best life. Life is a journey. They might not get there specifically with me, but they've cleared those blocks out of the way, and suddenly they're on their way. And my next point goes along with that, because in the hypnotic process, we haven't really explained yet what is happening is we're working at that subconscious level where it was resistant to change before. Their therapist, their counselor might have been telling them all the things that we kind of cover in 5-path, but without hypnosis itself, there's resistance to change. But in hypnosis, the resistance is much, much reduced. In fact, their mind is sort of like wet cement, and we can help put in these good feelings and beliefs. And so it's just so quick. So I wanted to point out that one of the biggest differences, as it's kind of obvious, but we actually have hypnosis. Hypnosis is what makes it different. It's so quick. We can help them reprogram their minds like it's what's meant. We just gently put in those beliefs for them.
Now, absolutely true. Now, there is a weakness in hypnosis, and even 5-path and 7-path, where counselors may have an advantage, is counselors can become very educative and guiding over time. For example, if someone has like relationship issues, you 5-path, 7-path, awesome, because you can get rid of all that stuff that just keeps coming up over and over again and getting too angry, being too afraid, timid, whatever it is. Okay. But then counseling can help to build skills, like relationship skills and things like that. And so having someone in your community that you could refer people to who are familiar with the process and then can do that skill building. Another example is like someone's really shy, super shy, it doesn't talk to anybody but immediate family. You take care of that fear, and now they're starting to get more outgoing. They got a bunch of skill building to do, how to deal with people and make friends and all that stuff. So some kind of mentor, counselor, or something like that could be very much in order. Okay, awesome. Please
totally
continue.
agree. And one of my points here next is I don't just do hypnosis with my clients. I also help them learn emotional mastery through using the secret language of feelings. And I often get questions from my clients about what they should do with this situation or that situation. What's great about 5-path and 7-path and what I do with my clients is that I have that secret language of feelings that I can refer to. I don't have to be an expert in every type of relationship and every type of social or emotional problem. I can help them understand themselves with that book, and they can then build the skills based on that knowledge. And so I'm helping them grow as well by building those skills. So that is built into the process that I do with my clients, is I am helping them learn emotional mastery so that they can go figure out what they should do about that particular situation or relationship in their life.
Right. And really a person who's well trained in the secret language of feelings could continue to see clients, educating them in that and doing work hypnotically to reinforce those understandings at even just the direct suggestion level, then also giving them more 7-path self recognitions. And so some people, they want that additional support, and a 5-path hypnotherapist or hypnotist could do that quite well as well. All right, keep going.
That's really it. You hit my last point, which is I also teach them self-hypnosis so they can keep the work going, keeping themselves emotionally picked up and cleaned up on the inside so that they can have more clarity on the things they need to do in their life. That's why I think the hypnosis that we do as 5-pathers can be, for the right people, more effective when counseling has failed them.
Beautiful. Well, I'm so glad you found the profession. I think the profession is lucky to have you in it. Why
Thank
don't you
you.
tell everybody how they can get a hold of you if they're interested in sessions, and you do them online, so it could be anywhere in the world, or to take a certification course with you.
Absolutely. I do sessions online. I do them locally. I teach certification online. You can find more information about that at lorenzhypnosis.com. You can also find me on TikTok at Expert Kimberly Lorenz, Facebook at Expert Kimberly Lorenz, and YouTube, Kimberly Lorenz, the Worthiness Expert.
All right. Thank you for making the great leap to do these videos with me. I'm looking forward to doing some more with you in the future. And everybody, this is Cal Banyan, Cal Banyan's Hypnosis, etc. And of course, if you want to do sessions with me, or if you'd like to be in one of my certification courses, go to calbanyan.com, and that's BANYAN with a Z like zebra. No, I'm
That's
just
right.
kidding. All right. That's it. Cal Banyan, ding, 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 signing off.